What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak here with another episode of our NoSlack Racing Motorsport Manager series. If you guys watched the last episode, you know we had a little bit of a disappointing finish. Laura finished in 4th, Jamie finished in, I want to say, 9th. And we lost a whopping $1.5 million in that race. And now the problem with that is we only have $1.5 million remaining. And there's 3 races to go in the season. So there's a very good possibility that we're actually going to finish the season in the red, which we haven't done yet. I'm happy to say we haven't done that yet. Now, our main focus right now is on improving the performance of our parts. We can see here the 4 parts that we're currently working on. Some of them are going to be done here very, very soon. Overall, all 4 of these parts, though, are going to be done 7 days before the race. Now, there are 17 days remaining until the race actually begins. So that's going to be excellent. We're going to be able to put some of our other parts into the performance department over here. So again, that is like our #1 priority right now, is getting all those parts up to 100. Now I do want to check out the sponsorship opportunities. We are going to have 2 sponsorship opportunities present themselves after this upcoming race in Milan. And then the race after that, we're going to have another one open up where in the slot 1 where the Big Doe sponsorship is right now. So that's going to be good. That's going to be an opportunity to probably get a little bit of extra cash into the team, and then maybe, just maybe, we won't finish in the red at the end of the season. Now, if we see here, the race is still 17 days away, so this is very unpredictable. It's saying that practice time it's going to be nice and sunny, and then during the race it's going to actually be cloudy and rainy. And it is going to be a short race. It's only going to be 21 laps. Top speed and deceleration are going to be crucial, which our top speed, I want to say we have the 2nd best engines in the league, in the racing series, the European racing series. Let's double check that. Top speed, yes, we are #2. Kruger Motorsport has a better engine. As far as acceleration, nobody's better than us. And then deceleration, we're actually pretty weak in, so I don't know, we might not be in the best position to succeed in Milan, but we're gonna see. Hopefully we'll do just fine. Checking out some of our maybe future competitors there. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna advance a little bit. Our performance should be done here on the 1st of October 2020. There that is. We're gonna go ahead and go to the car. Improve parts. Everything is pretty much just like 1 or 2 points below the threshold of being on maximum. Let's go ahead. We're gonna have to check out some of these mails. Team Championship target update. We're bang on for 1st. Upcoming Milan race. 40% chance of rain. Okay. Yep. 21 laps. 3.73 miles. A lot of pressure is placed on the brakes in Milan, and Kruger Motorsport should be feeling confident. That is not good, because they are our #1 competitors. That is not good. Anyways, let's go ahead and sim 1 day, and now the car parts should be done with the performance. Excellent. That's good to see. So our 2 top brakes are all maxed out on performance. Our top engine is maxed out, so we can go ahead. We could throw in #2. And then we're also going to throw in the top gearbox that we have, and that's all that we really need to focus on. Now, if we leave it the way it is, that's going to be done 1 hour after the race. What I think we want to do is we're probably going to lean this a little bit more towards 50-50 and get some of these parts up there to 100%, because I would like to be able to do some of the weight stripping on those parts, and that'll increase our performance even further. So let's go ahead and do that. Thoughts about a design center. It's no secret that our design center is severely lagging behind the rest of the paddock. Is it really? Now, I believe the design center is what allows you to have more points for the development of the performance and the reliability, right? Let me double check that. Design center. The center of new car and new part design, staffed by designers. Upgrading the design center helps towards unlocking new buildings. Part design time would get cut down. Handling of development center, simulator, wind tunnel, tour center, helipad. We need that in order to be able to do that. Now let's see, factory. Where the car is built, repaired, and tweaked before flying off to the races. Upgrading the factory helps towards unlocking new buildings. This is the one that I like. The plus 10 part development staff, 50% road car factory, 6 extra part improvement slots. I like this one. This is like what I think is probably going to be, this one and the brakes are going to be like our 2 top priorities. Now the design, the Center of New Car and New Part Design, staffed by the designers. Upgrading helps towards unlocking new buildings. That's great and all, but I mean, what do you actually do? It just lowers the time, which, you know what, I think we're okay on the time. Like we're not struggling or anything. Our parts are getting designed pretty quickly, so you know what, I don't think we're gonna work on the design center. Publicity opportunity. What do we have here? Here at the GMA, we've been watching Jamie Greaves for a while now, and we feel that he's a perfect example of the good, clean values that our organization represents. As a personal favor to me, would you permit us to use Jamie in our upcoming media campaigns? It might be a little distracting for Jamie, but having Uncle Ernie owing you a favor is not something to be sniffed at. Now, if we did this, he would be labeled a publicity pawn, but we would get +1 voting power, which we really don't care about because we're not going to be around for next season, at least we don't think. But we would get $500,000. Now, Jamie's morale would increase by 10 if we didn't do this, but he's already at 100. So you know what? We're going to do that. 500 grand in our pocket. That's going to help us out here towards the end of the season. Now, he did get that publicity pawn trait. What did that exactly do to Jamie? Let's check this out here. Publicity pawn, marketability is +25. That is excellent. That is very, very, very excellent. But morale went down 10. Now let's check out our marketability now. Marketability total is only 67.3. I would love to be able to get that up to 70 after this race. Probably not going to happen though. Probably not going to happen. Anyways, let's travel to Milan, but before we do, let's check on our improving parts category over here. So these 2 are going to be done 4 days after the race. These are at, look at that, 199, 99, 99. We can actually remove that one. So these are all at 99. Let's throw in, that one's at 100 already. You know what? We're looking pretty solid. We could maybe throw in one of these stock parts or something. Rear wing. Let's do that. Then we could focus on the stock parts for the remainder of the season. Anyways, again, we're going to go with Ishikawa, 1.2 million if we finish in first. Hopefully we do. Part fitting, I think we're good, right? I mean, we definitely didn't design any new parts since the last episode, but some of the performance increases, see, like this part over here, it didn't actually increase to be better than this one. So we definitely want to give that one to Jamie, or to Laura, sorry. So Laura's going to have the better part there. Jamie has the second best. We're looking good here. We're looking fine here. Yep, gearboxes is how we want it to be. And then over here, we're also fine. Perfect. We are set up to succeed. Again, this race, top speed is going to be absolutely crucial. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do the setup. I'm going to go ahead and do the weight stripping, and I'll see you guys directly before the upcoming race. Milan Grand Prix. One of the last races of the season. Now, our practice session didn't go all that well. It definitely rained for the entire practice session, other than like the last lap. And as we can see here, no rain in the forecast. So our intermediate tire bonus here is pretty much worthless. Higher engine modes no longer impact condition. We might end up going with that one instead. Now let's see. Higher engine modes no longer impact condition. You know what? I think we're still going to stick with this one because who knows? Who knows? It might. I mean, it is going to get a little bit cloudy. It might rain for the last half of the race. And if it does, we're going to look like geniuses. If it doesn't, we're not going to look like geniuses. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the race trim. And then I think, you know what? Over here, we're going to try to push it to the limit. Removes the red zone from the car condition. We're going to try that. That way our parts, you know, if something just so happens to happen with Jamie's car, we are going to be fine. Now, let's look at the setup here. We're looking excellent. 97%. I'm going to use that setup. I'm going to save this. Now this is going to be Laura, and we're going to name it 97 so that we know that on this track we've got the 97%. Beautiful. Tire choice, we are going to go with the softs. Definitely. Starting off the race, we're going to go with the softs. Those are going to last 10 to 12 laps. Fuel options, 21. Looking good there. Now let's check out the setup over here. We're at 98%. Excellent. And that is like the stock one that we had as of last season. So we're going to go with that. Then over here, maybe we should do 14 since he doesn't have the boost. You know what? We're going to go with the 14 to 16 laps for Jamie. And then we'll switch him over to the other tires. Let's see. Those are going to be good for 10. So I'm thinking we're going to try to do 11 laps or maybe 12 on the mediums and then switch him over to the softs at the last possible second. 21 laps worth of fuel, looking solid there. Driver strategy, again, we're going to go rocket ship right off the bat, out the gate. And the weight stripping, I think we're looking pretty solid too. Let me show you guys what I did over here real quick. We lowered the reliability a little bit on some of these crucial parts. We left it over here, but on the engine we went from 100 to 90. And I know it says crucial, but I figure at 90% we should still be fine. And then we lowered it a little bit more over here. Overall, we gained 90 points in performance, and we lost 30% in reliability. Now, we did a little bit more aggressive of a style over here for Jamie. And I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be good. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed to the race. And then, again, this is, we have 3 races left to go. Including this one, 3 races left to go. And like a 38-point lead on the competition on Kruger Motorsport. So, oh man, this race is important for us. It's definitely important. Let's see what happens. Now we did start off on red for everything, tires and fuel. One of the drivers already just kind of went off the hill, Santori there, which is actually beautiful because Santori is Kruger Motorsport. Now he's already moved up. No, he's still in 20th. He's still in 20th. Laura's in 19th. Jamie's in 13th, which is solid. Good for Jamie. 12th now. Laura's in 18th, though. She's kind of struggling. Not able to catch up as much, and as soon as I say that, she starts moving up. She's in 15th now. Beautiful. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we're 10th and 13th now, heading into the stretch of the first lap. There that is. Let's go ahead and lower our strategy now, because I'm pretty sure every other team is going to be doing the same thing. So we'll go to neutral and medium for both of our drivers, just so that we don't waste too much fuel, kind of save it for the last few laps of the race. Jamie worked his way up all the way to 6th, which is absolutely beautiful. Laura's now in 8th. So both of our drivers are doing fantastic as of right now. Now Jamie is working the medium tires, so he's going to be able to stick out there for just a little bit longer than Laura is. A few more laps. Now we don't want him to be out there too long. Like I said, it's a short race. It's only 21 laps. And the medium tires are going to go at least 14. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go 11, maybe 12 for Jamie. Have him pit for the supers, or for the softs. And then Laura, we're going to have her switch here much sooner than Jamie, I would anticipate. Even though her car is overall better on like the tire wear, as well as the fuel consumption. Now Laura, look at that, Laura, beautiful, beautiful, worked her way up all the way to 4th already. We're only 4 laps into the race and she's gone from 20th to 4th. She is an amazing driver, and you know what, her car is pretty dang amazing too. Now we could actually increase the temperature here for Jamie. His tires are getting a little bit cold. Laura's looking good. She's like almost right there at the sweet spot. Let's increase that just a little bit, just warm them up a tiny little bit, and then we're going to bring them right back down to medium. She's in 5th, Jamie's in 8th, not bad for 5 laps into the race, not complaining whatsoever. Her tires are, you know what, Jamie's tires are barely warming up, barely. What I think we're going to do, we're actually going to go to attack for Jamie on the tires. We definitely want them to warm up a little bit faster than that. Now Laura's tires are warming up, which is what we want to do, but we do have to kind of babysit those. We don't want to get too crazy. Laura's also going to have to pit here relatively soon. She's at 47%. We can lower those back down to neutral. The fuel, we're going to be fine. We're going to be absolutely fine on fuel. Laura's in 3rd, Jamie's in 7th. Both of our tires are looking pretty solid in terms of temperature. Laura's in 3rd. We're going to have to watch when we pit her. Now, Yusuchev, who is our biggest threat right now, is in 1st. By about 1 second. which we don't like that. Laura just passed up the third place driver, Brown, so she is now in second. 1.5 seconds behind Yusuchev. Now, they're both running the soft tires, so they're going to have to pit roughly around the same time. There are 13 laps remaining. This is going to be interesting. What's Yusuchev going to do? Is Yusuchev going to go for another set of softs, or is Yusuchev going to go for mediums? Laura should probably pit here. We're going to have her pit on this next lap. Now, it's a matter of... Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. There's 12 laps remaining, so she's probably not going to be able to finish out on the softs. So let's go ahead and let's go with the mediums. Even though I don't really want to, we're going to have to go with the mediums. Pit strategy, we're going to go with fast, and then that's going to be the pit that we schedule for Laura. Jamie, Jamie's gonna, man, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tight. Jamie, oh, we have him. Wow. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. We left him on the red way too long. He's unfortunately just gonna have to wait until Laura is done in the pit. Now, hopefully she doesn't go through. Okay, beautiful. That was quick. Okay, we're actually gonna put Jamie on conserve. We're gonna have him pit, and we're gonna give him the soft tires, which those, ooh, that's gonna be close. 11 laps remaining. 11 laps remaining, and they're only good for 10 to 12. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it. Let's go ahead, fast. All that is gonna be good. So Laura's in 12th now. Jamie is in 4th, but that is obviously gonna change with having to do the pit stop here soon. Now Yusuchev is still in 1st, and he has not pit yet. He's gonna have to this upcoming lap. Jamie's in 3rd, but he's pitting right now. Hopefully it's a fast pit stop. It was under 4 seconds. Excellent. Really good to see there. Laura is now in 9th. Jamie is in 10th. Batista is now the new leader at 1st. Yusuchev, wow, Yusuchev dropped down all the way to 11th, so he must have had a really bad pit stop. So that's excellent to see. But you know what, Yusuchev and Santore are our biggest threats, which Santore right now also just went into the pit. So Yusuchev is in 11th and Santore is in, ooh, continues to drop, 9th now. Excellent. So both of our drivers are ahead of both of the Kruger Motorsport drivers, and it's raining? Are you kidding me? And it's going to rain for the remainder of the race. Wow. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I think we're just going to have to pit. We're going to go ahead. Let's see. Laura's in 1st. You know what? Let's schedule Laura to pit. We're going to give her the intermediate tires. Park condition is looking fine. We're going to stick with the fast. We're going to have her pit. We want to give her the intermediate tires because it is getting wet on the track. Then after she goes through the pit, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for Jamie. Now, I blame myself because I definitely should have been watching out for that. Let's go ahead and pit Jamie. We're going to give him the intermediates. Parts are looking fine. Fast pit stop. Let's go ahead and go with that. Jamie's in 3rd. Laura's in 10th. However, Jamie's going to have to pit. Let's check out Laura. Laura had a nice pit stop. And the rest of the field is on the intermediates too, so we're not going to see any kind of a bonus. Actually, I take that back because we did do the practice session with the intermediates, so we are going to have that 15% bonus there. So that's going to be pretty excellent. Now, Jamie's pit stop was fantastic, under 4 seconds. Laura's now in 7th. Jamie's in 13th, but again, both of them are going to have the bonus of having those intermediate tires. Let's warm these tires up just a little bit more. Shouldn't be at risk of, you know, not being able to finish on these tires. And then Kawasaki, who's in 1st, he is actually going to have to pit, which he just did. Excellent. Laura's in 6th. Jamie's going to be able to do a little bit of passing up here too, hopefully. He's in 11th. Little disappointed for Jamie. I definitely messed up with not paying attention to the weather forecast. I just assumed it was going to be nice and sunny for the remainder of the race. Now, looks like Rogers actually switched over to wets. There's 5 laps remaining. That might not be a horrible idea, but we're going to see what the rest of the field does. We might just have to finish out the race on these intermediate tires because I really don't want to have to go in for another pit. Laura's in 6th, Jamie's in 10th. This is going to be an interesting finish to the race. Yusuchev is back to being in 1st, which is absolutely horrible for us. Santore is in 3rd, which again, pretty horrible. 4 laps remaining, 6th and 10th overall. Not where we want to be. Not where we want to be at all. Let's go ahead and bump up the strategy here for both of our drivers. Ah, come on, guys. Laura specifically, I need you to move up. Laura is 9.3 seconds behind Yusuchev. I really don't think she's going to be able to gain too much ground. I mean, she's gaining a few milliseconds here and there. She's down to 8.5. But I'm just not sure if there's enough race to go for her to be able to catch up. Come on, Laura. Work some magic. Work some magic. There we go. Beautiful 5th place now for Laura. 8 seconds behind. 2 laps remaining. You know what? Oh, no. We need to pit for wets. No. We can't. Ignore. We can't pit for wets. There's only 2 laps remaining. Why are you guys wanting to pit? No, come on. Have a little bit more sense than that. Laura's in 4th. Beautiful. Jamie's in 8th. Excellent. Tire temperatures are interesting. They're right there on the border. You know what? We're going to leave it. Laura's in 3rd. Jamie's in 8th. Beautiful. Laura's definitely doing some catching up. Will she be able to? She probably won't be able to catch up to Yusuchev, but there's a very good chance she's going to be able to finish 2nd. 2nd place driver is directly in front of her, also having some mechanical issues. Come on, Laura, pass him up. Pass him up, Laura. Come on. Laura, do it for NoSlack Racing. Come on, pass him up, No, she's not going to do it. That was disappointing. Anyways, 3rd place finish for Laura, so not horrible. 8th place finish for Jamie. Definitely my fault. We definitely could have finished a little bit better had I played the tire game a little bit better. Now, Laura did finish 3rd. Santore finished 4th, so Laura did at least beat Santore. However, Yusuchev got 1st place again. So she's definitely going to pass up Jamie in terms of the overall driver standings, which is pretty disappointing. Jamie's going to fall out of 2nd place for sure. He might even fall back further than 3rd. He might go down to 4th or 5th. No illegal parts here. Hopefully somebody ahead of us did. No, they did not, which is very unfortunate. And yeah, Cougar Motorsport, again, they definitely caught up to us a little bit more. Now, Laura did get the podium finish, which is good. Laura still has the lead in terms of the Drivers' Championship standings. She's got a 22-point lead. With 2 races left to go, I think she's got a pretty comfortable lead. Granted, she could crash. She could have her car be retired. There's still a possibility of her not winning the Drivers' Championship. And NoSlack Racing now has a 30-point lead on Cougar Motorsport as opposed to 38. So they're definitely gaining ground. Is it too much ground to cover? We will have to find out as the season winds down. Like I said, we have 2 races left to go. It seems like our drivers are kind of underperforming the last 2 races. So that's very disappointing. Very disappointing to see. Maybe even the last 3 races, if I remember correctly. Now, luckily for us, I think that Zampelli Racing is pretty much out of it. We don't have to worry about them too much. Now, let's see what's going on here. Both drivers are still progressing, however, their relationships with their mechanics continue to go down. Morale is looking pretty good for both, though. What's going on here? Podium. Okay, so she did get +5 morale. That's excellent, but she's already at 100, so it's not really all that important for us. We lost the 1.5 million again. So we should be down to about $500,000 for our overall budget for the remainder of the season. This is going to be a very tight finish to the season, guys. I'm very interested, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little worried to see how things play out over the next 2 races. Now, yes, we are correct, $578,000, but we are going to have 2 new sponsorship opportunities available. Hopefully they do give us some upfront cash, which would be excellent. We need it pretty desperately, as a matter of fact. Let's do this interview with XBC Sport. What do they have to ask? Question 1 of 1. Which one of your drivers is better? Now, if I do that, I'm not answering that. It will give us the negative marketability. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to say to Laura. Her new morale is up. Well, it still didn't really change anything. But the key thing is that it didn't hurt our marketability, which is really good. Now, Let's check out our car. Improve parts. I think we can still improve the reliability of the spec part though. Our 2 parts that we still have to work on, those are getting pretty close. Those are going to be done here very, very soon, which is good. We are going to want to move the spec parts over to the reliability. So you know what, let's take out these 99s and let's put in some of those spec parts. We're going to put in both front wings, and then I think we're going to go ahead, we're going to put in both rear wings. You know what, no, let's mess with the suspension. Let's try to improve that. Now we can kind of move this over to something like that. Yeah, that'll be done 9 days before the race. That'll be done 3 hours before the race. That's going to be perfect. Now let's check out real quick. We're going to check out our sponsors' opportunities. 6th or above, Ambrosia, 3 races, 300 grand up front, 700,000 per race. 6th or above isn't bad. Over here, Chiffre, 5th or above, 10 races, 800,000. So that would mitigate how much money we lose from, I want to say, 1.5 to, what would that then be, 700,000. So we would only lose 700,000 for each of the next 2 races. And I fully expect both of our drivers to finish in the top 5, right? We are going to make that decision a little bit later. Let's go ahead and simulate just a little bit more. I want to get those other sponsorship opportunities in here. And we do have a politics vote too, which I'm kind of curious to see what this vote is for. A new vote has begun at the GMA. This time around, it's about high merit payments. Alright, let's check this out. There's a large difference in prize money awarded to the top and bottom teams, rewarding the top teams at a greater rate than the small teams. This rule would benefit Kruger, Zampelli, and Firebird, and it would not benefit Octane or Silva. Now, we are competing with Kruger and Zampelli, so we don't want to do anything that's going to benefit those teams. So I'm going to go ahead, and since I think this is going to be our last vote here, we're going to vote against it. We want to vote against Kruger and Zampelli. So let's do that. 3 votes against. Maria for, Mario for with Zampelli. Firebird voted for as well. Octane against. Silva against. Beautiful. Archer for. This is going to be a close one. Vexilla, Predator abstained, and Dragon voted against. Oh, really? Even with us using our 3 votes. Who is this? Who are you guys? Who are you guys? I'm pretty sure Kruger and Zampelli obviously voted for it, right? So they won by 1. So why'd you guys have to abstain, man? Come on, man. That is not cool. Not cool at all. Performance work is going to be done here very, very soon. Let's go ahead and pause that. Check out the car over here. Yeah, look at that. Performance work is done. All the parts that we're actually using in our vehicles right now are finished, performance-wise, with 2 races left to go. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. We can throw all of our points towards reliability. Now, all 4 of these parts are going to be at 100% 1 day before the race. That is going to be excellent. Let's check out the sponsorship opportunities we have over here. Beautiful. Look at that. $4 million up front. That is absolutely awesome. That guarantees us, that right there guarantees us that we will not finish in the red. We're going to accept that offer right there. $4 million. Thank you very much. Let's see, slot 5 then. We can kind of focus maybe more on the 800,000 per race. So let's do that one. Chiffre. Thank you very much. And we are set. 4.5 million for the next 2 races. We are going to be good. We are going to be all good. Now I'm thinking, since we have that extra money, we might be able to design another part. I fully expect us to go into the Asia Pacific Super Cup. So I don't really want to use an illegal part because that's going to actually hinder us in the last 2 races. But what we could do, and we are kind of slacking on the brakes. Now, let's see here. Brakes, we do have 2 sets of great brakes. Engine, we could probably improve our engine. Give Jamie a little bit better of an engine. Gearbox is looking fine. Let's see what we could do with an engine. If we did, we have 3 spots to fill. So if we did something like top speed plus 10, top speed plus 30, top speed plus 40, And then I don't really want to do these because that is top speed plus 50 on softs, supers, and ultras. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. So we would be at, let's see, 568. That would put us at 618. That would put us at 618 on softs, supers, and ultras. 618. That would be interesting. Very, very, very interesting. No risk of a rule break. 618. Let's see here. Our parts right now, engine. It would improve the engine over this one. That would be interesting. You know what? I think we're just going to stick with what we have. Just in case. We're going to stick with what we have. Guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. You guys know the drill. And hopefully I'll see you guys on another video. Expect to see the end of the season up here in the next week, maybe 2 at the latest. 2 weeks at the latest, I promise you guys. And then we'll make a decision on whether or not we should jump into a new series. Again, with NoSlack Racing, but obviously we'll have different drivers. I'll probably end up using the new mod, either the fire or the ice mod. And, or if we should just continue with our current team. Now, I'm leaning a lot more towards switching over to the new game of the Asia Pacific Super Cup, just so we can get that mod in there and kind of change things up a little bit. But you know what? You guys let me know in the comments. What do you guys want to see? I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully I'll see you on another video. And until then, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.